What's going on, everybody? It's OGD here with a brand new series on NBA 2K20, or should I say my career mode, kinda. I'm gonna be starting off with a brand new player I have, Zaire Joseph. He's gonna be playing for Syracuse, starting off in college. He's looking to win the NCAA national championship for Syracuse. But let's look into a little background for Syracuse and why I chose them. They started in the 1900s. They've been around for about 121 years. They've been NCAA champions 3 times. 02 and 03 was their first actual NCAA national championship. And for the storyline purpose, Zaire Joseph is going to be from New York, and his hometown college is going to be Syracuse. Under head coach Joe Boeheim, who was one of his favorite coaches. As we look into the head coach, Jim Boeheim, I believe that's how you say the name, Boeheim. He's from Lyons, New York. He's a former player of Syracuse for 3 seasons. His sophomore to his senior year, he played guard. He was actually teammates and roommates with NBA star Dave Bing. It's a little background info for him. As we get into his resume as a coach, 43 years coaching at Syracuse, 1,047 wins, 385 losses, 73% win percentage overall, 1 national championship, 5 total Final Four appearances with 34 tournaments in total. His first NCAA championship and only one was with Carmelo Anthony in 2003 with 35 record. They won over Kansas in the championship. But anyway, let's get to the roster for 2019-2020. First up, we got Elijah Hughes, redshirt junior forward. He's 21 years old, standing 6'6", 215 pounds. He transferred from ECU about 2 years ago in his freshman year, and he'll be looking to be 1A or 1B along with myself on the team to lead the way for the Syracuse Orange on the wings position. Next up, we got myself, Zaire Joseph, 6'3", 203-pound guard, 19 years old, freshman year out of the Bronx. One of the top recruits of New York, looking to be a force here in the NCAA and lead the way for the Orange this year. I'm not really going to get into the details of my player until a little later on. So moving on, next we got Quincy Guerrier. I believe that's how you say it, or Guerrier. He's 6'7", 220-pound freshman, playing forward. 20 years old, out of Montreal, Quebec. Very athletic, a hustle player, and score inside, outside, is transition. Moving along, we got Jackson Buddy Boeheim. We call him Buddy. He's a 6'6", 195-pound guard out of New York in his sophomore year. He's the youngest son of Coach Boeheim. He's 19 years old. He's a shooter. Looking to get him involved on the offense. Then we got Marek Dolazaj, I believe. He's 6'10", forward, 185 pounds, 21 years old, out of Slovakia. In his junior season, he's a good scorer down low, cutting and rolling to the basket. A decent shooter, not much of a rebounder or a defender, so kind of a liability down low. Next up, we got Joseph Girard III, 6'1", 180-pound guard out of New York. In his freshman year, he's a spot-up shooter coming off the bench. And we got Rob Braswell, 6'7", 200-pound forward, 21 years old, out of Jacksonville, Florida, in his sophomore year. And then we got Bryce Goodine, 6'3", 183-pound guard, 20 years old, in his freshman year, out of Massachusetts. Pretty good shooter coming off the bench. Next up we got the big man down low, John Ball Ajak, 6'10", 215-pound freshman, 19 years old, out of South Sudan. Finishing off the roster here for the Orange, we got Barama Sotobe, 6'10", 210-pound center in his junior year. We got Jalen Carey, 6'3", 186-pound guard in his sophomore year out of Harlem. We got Jesse Edwards, 6'11", 215-pound freshman center coming out of Amsterdam, Netherlands. Next up, we got Brandon Paul, 6'2" guard, 20 years old, out of Ohio. In his sophomore year, we got Howard Washington, 6'3", 175-pound guard, coming out of Buffalo. We got Shaw Bellaby, 5'10", 165-pound guard, 23 years old, out of Brick, New Jersey. Graduate student on the team. And then we got two missing players, one junior guard, Chris Lavelle, and a junior forward, Nick Giancola, although they're not really important players of the team. Looking at the rotation, we got Jalen Carey at the 1, Zaire Joseph at the 2, Elijah Hughes at the 3, Dolazage at the 4, Bo Ajak starting down low at the 5. Then we got Guerrier coming in as the 6th man off the bench. Boheim coming in as my replacement at the 2. Sidibe coming in at the 5. Gerard the third coming in as the last to round out the rotation. Edwards, Braswell, and Paul will all be on the bench, along with Goodine, Belby, and Washington being our reserves. And now let's just talk about the team and expectations and what I plan to do here in this series. You just enjoy some practice highlights. Nonetheless, let's talk about the history. A drought here in Syracuse. Now in 2020, they are unranked, coming off a 20-14 season, 10-8 in the ACC, losing in the first round of the tournament to Baylor last year in a 78-69 easy win for Baylor. They went 3-8 against top 25 teams and made the 8th seed in the tournament after getting put on the first round. Last year, they were led by Tyus Battle, Eli Hughes, and O'Shea Brissett. Tyus Battle currently plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. O'Shea Brissett currently now plays for the Toronto Raptors G League team, the 905 Raptors, I believe they're called. Elijah Hughes is still on the roster, and we look to use him, and hopefully he could be a sidekick to Zaire, you know what I'm saying? As we will get to my player, Zaire Joseph, the star guard actually, in his freshman season. Like I said before, coming out of the Bronx, one of the top recruits in New York, looking to go at least top 10 in the draft. A superstar quality guard, the little need of development over time. Although he has some good skills, like he's athletic, he's quick, an offensive initiator, he can get hot, a very good shooter. He's a solid finisher inside, good moves, good footwork, shoot off the catch and off the dribble, excels in the pick and roll and in transition. Very good defender, a good leader, he's smart. He can play either guard position, kind of like a combo guard. Can be a scorer if you need him to do that. He can use both his hands, has a high motor, and just a very good player overall. He hopes to lead the Syracuse Orange along with Elijah Hughes in the ACC Conference, where we have North Carolina, Louisville, Duke, Clemson, and ourselves. We're probably the lowest ranked team in the conference. We probably have about two 2020 draft prospects, and myself and Elijah Hughes, hoping to go in the first round in the lottery. I'm projected to go in the top 10. I'm going to be keeping along with the series to see if I can lead us to an NCAA championship, bring one here to Syracuse, my player's hometown. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I just wanted to build a storyline as I make my way into the NBA, where next chapter in the story for Zaire will go, and we'll just follow along. Hope you guys take the ride with me, and that's about all I got here today. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.